The story of Antony, from the favelas to Manchester United. From the misery of the favelas to one of the biggest clubs in Europe, Antony rose to the top, only to become one of the most mocked footballers in the world. But few people actually know his real story. So how did Antony dos Santos end up here? Born in February 2000 in São Paulo, Antony grew up in one of the toughest favelas, called Inferninho, which translates to Little Hell. As a kid, he quickly realized that life would be brutal. On his way to school, seeing dead bodies on the street was normal. For him, it was just part of daily life. As he once said, you get used to it. Like many kids, football became his escape from misery. Everyone in the favela dreamed of becoming the next Pelé or Ronaldinho. Antony played barefoot, not because he wanted to, but because his family couldn't afford shoes. Even when his feet were bleeding, he kept playing. Thanks to his natural talent, he climbed from the slums to the biggest clubs in Europe, starting with Ajax, the legendary talent factory. At Ajax, he stunned the world. He was seen as one of the best young players in Europe, a future superstar. And when Manchester United saw him, they immediately bought him, because that's what United does. If there's a young star, they sign him. At first, he started well at United, but over time, his performances dropped. He was no longer the explosive and effective winger that everyone knew. This is a pattern at Manchester United. Many young talents decline at the club. Some say United destroys careers, but in reality, it's not just the players. The club's structure is a mess. This is not the Manchester United of Sir Alex Ferguson anymore. Even when he wasn't playing well, he became one of the most ridiculed footballers in the world. But what really ruined his career was when he was accused of assaulting his ex-girlfriend. After that, many people turned their backs on him. Fortunately for him, the case was recently closed with no charges. During the January transfer window, Antony was loaned to Real Betis, where he now has a fresh start. Hopefully, this is his chance to bounce back and return to the level he once had.